Okay, I've been silent for long enough. You've waited, you've wondered, you've asked. Now, I can finally reveal who I have winning Super Bowl 60 between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Let's dive in a little further, or as I commonly say, let's break this down. Welcome to part two of my Super Bowl preview entitled Rock the Mic Remix. I want to start with the Seattle Seahawks first. The NFC was a gauntlet this year. The Rams, they had the league MVP in Matthew Stafford, had arguably the best duo of wide receivers in Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. Also had a pretty good defense. The 49ers were good this year. You had the defending Super Bowl champions. The Bears were on the come up. Then the Green Bay Packers also had Micah Parsons. The Seattle Seahawks didn't even fit in the equation. All those teams were expected to be better. They quietly went about business. They did what they had to do. And most importantly, they won football games. They won the division for the first time since 2020. They were the 1 seed in the NFC for the first time since 2015. But what impressed me the most was how they just flew under the radar and they won football games. That means you have no choice but to talk about them. And Mike Macdonald has instilled confidence. He's instilled a belief that they can go out and they can beat anyone. And two of those teams I mentioned in the NFC, they beat in the playoffs to get to where they are today. They beat San Fran in the divisional round, and they beat the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC Championship. The Seattle team can run it. They can throw it. Defensively, they've been one of the best units I've seen in the league all year long. And that's a testament to Mike Macdonald. But the guy that makes this thing go is the quarterback, Sam Darnold. And I don't know how you cannot be happy for him, considering where he was and how he was labeled a bust. And now look where he is. A game away from winning his first Super Bowl. And who he came into the NFL with, he made it to a Super Bowl before them. I'm talking Josh Allen, I'm talking Lamar Jackson, and I'm talking Baker Mayfield. Sometimes you just need one coach that will be confident in you. And I know the Minnesota Vikings are kicking themselves for letting Sam Darnold walk. My X factor for the Seattle Seahawks tonight is Cooper Kupp. He's been here before. He won Super Bowl MVP and a championship a few years ago with the Los Angeles Rams. He may not be the guy that he was in 2021 when he won Offensive Player of the Year and won the receiving Triple Crown. But he's a knowledgeable veteran. His presence helps open up the field, and he's that safety valve for Sam Darnold. He's that guy that Sam will target on those situations when the chains need to be moved, specifically third down. Watch for Cooper tonight. Let's go to the other side, the New England Patriots. They're back like they never left, right? Remember, this was a team in 2024 that won 4 games. After parting ways with Bill Belichick, with both sides agreed to part ways mutually. They hired Gerard Mayo. He's one and done. And they hired Mike Vrabel. Remember, throughout the offseason, I said the New England Patriots had the best offseason and they had the best draft out of any other team in the National Football League. They had money and they filled those voids on their roster, signing Big Milton Williams, signing Carlton Davis III, getting Stephon Diggs. In the draft, they select Will Campbell, 4th overall out of LSU. A couple rounds later, they draft Travion Henderson, and what Jahmyr Gibbs is to the Detroit Lions, that's what Travion is to the New England Patriots. New England's done it with defense in the playoffs. They sacked Justin Herbert 6 times. They intercepted C.J. Stroud 4 times. And then they really mucked that game up in Denver in the AFC Championship game. Also, we can't take anything away from Drake May, because what a leap he's taken, and he's only going to get better. 23 years old, and I've never seen such a young quarterback with that poise, that drive, and that charisma. My X factor for the New England Patriots tonight is Demario Douglas. Now, he may not be the guy that gets the most targets, but I see Seattle keying in on Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte. You can't double everybody, so that's going to leave a lot of open lanes for Demario over the middle. Get him the ball on screen passes. They can just find different ways to get him the ball in different capacities. He also creates the threat of explosive plays down the field, meaning he can take the top off his own coverage, or off the coverage, excuse me. Let's look at some keys to the game for tonight. For Seattle, it starts with keeping Sam Darnold protected. I can see Mike Vrabel and his Patriots defense throwing a lot of different looks at him. And most importantly, Seattle must take care of the ball. If Sam Darnold plays how he did in the NFC Championship, the Seahawks will be in phenomenal shape. Next, they have to establish Kenneth Walker III. And even without Zach Charbonnet, the running game is still essential. Force New England to respect the run, load the box. You can use your play action to JSN, Cooper Kupp, and Rashid Shaheed. He's another one you have to watch. Then lastly, take advantage of certain passing situations. Take what New England gives you. On the Patriots side, Drake May needs to play at his peak. Hasn't necessarily looked the greatest in the playoffs this year, but they need him to make big throws when it matters. The Patriots themselves have to get that running game going with both Ramondre Stevenson and TreVeyon Henderson. And lastly, they have to create the explosive down the fields. This is a New England offense. They want to grind games out, but take shots when you have the opportunity to do so. Okay. I got all that out the way. Now it's time to predict who I have winning Super Bowl 60. For just the second time in the history of their franchise, the Seattle Seahawks will bring home another Super Bowl trophy to the Rain City. Seahawks 27, Patriots 20. Sam Darnold is your game MVP. All right, I got it out. I want to know who you have winning now. Send it to me. Leave it in the comments of this video. Enjoy Super Bowl 60. Enjoy the halftime show. Enjoy the food. Thank you guys for everything you've done for me this year. I will post another thank you sometime tomorrow or sometime during the week. But enjoy this game tonight. It's been the honor and the privilege of my lifetime to be able to break down the NFL and college football for you. Continue to follow along with us. And continue to send me your football questions. I'll see you soon.